Welcome back, my name is LastKnownMeal, and what if I told you that there is one Witcher game you probably never played? It's the Witcher adventure game. Yes, I know it's not as flashy as The Witcher 3, but this game was developed to be a digital version of the physical Witcher adventure game that has all the same rules and playstyle as the digital one. The game came out on the 27th of November of 2014. It was a strange time back then. The Witcher 3 was in development and all the eyes were on that next big RPG game. So what is this game about? The game itself can be played online and offline depending on your choice. If you play offline, once you start the game you can select what hero is going to be player controlled and which ones will be AI controlled. You can play all 4 characters alone or with your friends. The 4 heroes you can choose are Geralt of Rivia, Triss Merigold, Dandelion and Yarpen Zigrin. Now once you start the game you choose a quest. You are given 2 at the beginning, so it's your choice which one to play. Some characters like Geralt of Rivia have combat-based quests, while Dandelion has diplomacy and Yarpen can choose combat or diplomacy. So basically, every hero is different, every hero has a different playstyle and approach, because on one side you are just a bard and you're going to utilize your skills, and on the other you're a witcher, so you're going to use brute force to solve things. So after you choose your adventure or a series of quests, you solve them through investigation or spending money. You also travel to various cities around the map, through various places we know from the games, and as you resolve those quests, you gain victory points. So whoever is the fastest and the most cunning with their choices and gains the most victory points wins. I will link a full in-depth tutorial for this game if you are interested. It's made by CD Projekt Red and shares all the information on how to play this. And yes, it is a bit complicated at first. There is a certain learning curve, especially how you finish those objectives, because if you are not careful, every time you lose the fight, you have to sacrifice one of your actions like fast travel or investigation, and it slows you down, ultimately not winning you victory points. So why did we never hear about this game? Well, at that time CD Projekt was popular but not as popular as today. So this game was basically a board game that only targets a certain group of people, especially the digital version, which is not really attractive. I mean, imagine playing Monopoly over your PC. It's fine, a lot of people do it, but it's not as fun as like playing with your friends with a physical version. And Monopoly is Monopoly. They have a lot of people who play the game, who are involved with the game, but this one, it really didn't. It was something new and trying to find its place. And if it did find its place in the physical version, in the digital one, it didn't. Now let's look at the numbers. Sadly, I can only show Steam numbers because the game is also available on Apple devices and in physical versions as well as on GOG. So when it came out, it had around 127 players, which is not that much. It certainly had a jump in May of 2015 when The Witcher 3 came out, and it gained a little popularity. After that, not so much again. People did play it, but those numbers were slim, with an all-time peak of 287 players. Also, now that The Witcher is having another renaissance and The Witcher 3 passed 100,000 players, I came to see how this game is doing, and still, they had a small gain but nothing special. It's available right now on GOG for $10, I bought it on a sale for $1, and even though the game is fun sometimes, it's still just a board game, and I do understand why it's not fun for a lot of people to play it like this. I mean, a similar thing happened with Thronebreaker, an RPG game based on Gwent, a Witcher card game. Now, what separates Thronebreaker from this is that it's much a bigger game with an amazing story, soundtrack, and the only thing why it never became so popular is because it's based on Gwent, which again targets certain group of people, but still I enjoyed it just for the sake of the story and the overall design. But for everyone who plays Gwent, Thronebreaker was probably a breath of fresh air, which I understand. So the physical version of the game was developed by CD Projekt and Fantasy Flight Games, but the digital version was developed by Can Explode, a company that now is doing something entirely different. Why? I have no idea. But judging from all of this, I believe CD Projekt was scouting the market a bit with this title. They wanted to test the market to see how well this might perform. It's not a huge game, it doesn't require a lot of resources to be made, so in a sense I don't see this as a loss for CD Projekt, but a pilot project that later got them ideas for something better, which was Gwent. It's entirely different, it's much more fun to learn, and it got them a decent community in the end, a very passionate community. So this is the story of the Witcher adventure game. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and don't forget to tell me down below what do you think about this, and also smash that like and subscribe button for more Witcher videos and become a part of our growing community on Twitter and Discord. This is LKM signing out, and stay classy everyone. Bye bye.